Working on a 1000 horsepower record-breaking S2000 comes with quite a few challenges. It's going to cost a lot of time, money, and effort to get this thing rolling. We are trying to break the world record top speed in a half mile while using an H-pattern transmission, and right now we are stuck waiting on parts. I figured while we're waiting, go ahead and figure out why Bones, our bare bones Integra, isn't building boost while I break down the process and cost to build this soon to be 1000 horsepower record holding S2000. If you saw my last video linked in the description, then you'll know that we're getting ready to install our Tremec T56 into our S2000. But upon doing that, I realized the bell housing provided to us was too far from the center of the crankshaft of our engine to be used with our transmission. Now I went and indexed the bell housing provided from Granish Racing, and since my engine has had some engine work done, like a line hone to the main caps of this engine, it was off by about 10 thou, which Tremec says is too far out of spec to be used for their transmission. They recommend within 5 thousandths of an inch. I had to go and order some specialty dowels to move the bell housing more centered to our crankshaft. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna just jump right into it, break down the cost of, if you wanted to do this yourself exactly how I plan on doing it, then this is pretty much what it's going to cost you. The first thing I wanted to cover was the drivetrain, since that's where we are with the build, and it's probably the first thing that you should look into if you're going to be building an S2000, because if you don't know, the S2000's drivetrain, transmission, differential is the weak link of this car. So obviously I went with the H-pattern T56 transmission because it's pretty much the only transmission that's going to be capable of holding, reliably holding the 1000 wheel horsepower that we're going for. Since the car is still the F22C powered, it's not going to make a whole ton of torque. The T56 is rated at 700 torque from the factory, but people have been pushing them a little bit further than that for quite a long time. That costs, well, I went ahead and just ordered the kit through Granish Racing because he's one of the few, if not the only one, that offers a simple / bolt-on solution for the S2000. Like I said earlier, it's very strong. It's rated for 700 torque, which our F22C will likely never see, even at 1000 wheel horsepower. This transmission kit so far, including the drive shaft, has set me back $11,000, you know, including shipping and everything. It's not cheap, guys. You know, I went with a dual clutch transmission, or a twin disc clutch. I upgraded the master cylinder because you need to. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. So up next, I wanted to talk about the differential. There's a few different options you can go with it on the differential on these cars. Again, if you're pushing for big power, the stock differential or even the putty mod, which is an upgraded stock differential, is not going to cut it for this kind of power level. I've never heard anything bad about the putty mod differentials. To be honest, I don't think anyone's ever really pushed them this far. But I imagine just the sheer small size of the OEM gear is going to be the limiting factor at a power level this high. Then there's the 4888, which is the differential that we went with on this channel. We pulled one from a junkyard for $100 and bought a Detroit True Track limited slip differential and a rebuild kit. I think all in we're about $600 or $700 into a fully built differential that can handle, you know, 1000 horsepower, especially from a 4-cylinder. You know, it should be able to launch all day long and not have any issues. But that doesn't include all of the bracketry, the axles and stuff like that that you need to be able to hold the power. Granish Racing, of course, offers all of that stuff on his website, and that costs approximately, with the brackets and axles, it's somewhere in the realm of $5,000 plus shipping and all that stuff to do. Really, the most expensive part of it all was the axles, because they got to be pretty strong. Those will probably be the weaker link now that you've got the differential and transmission covered. But if you guys wanted me to kind of go into depth of more of like what the options are, leave a like and comment on the video, and I'll try to make a video. All right, now let's move up to the meat and potatoes of it all. We gotta talk about our engine. So the F20 and F22C engines are pretty legendary. They're known for holding a decent amount of horsepower in their stock form. However, they are not going to be capable of holding the 1000 horsepower that we are wanting from our car, because 1000 wheel horsepower pretty much equates to 1100 to 1150 crank horsepower. In order to achieve that, the engine's gonna have to get built. Now, I went through Inline Pro because he's been doing it for years, and going through him, it was a pretty great experience. The block is supposed to be rated for pretty much as much power as you could reasonably want. He says it's good for anywhere from 800 to 1500 horsepower, depending on how you spec your engine. I went with a 10-to-1 compression ratio, just basic Signature Series Inline Pro block. That ran me around 6,500 bucks after shipping and all that stuff, which that's just for the block. And then for the head is also going to need to be built. You don't need to pour or polish it or anything like that, or at least I don't think you do, but it probably wouldn't hurt. I don't plan on porting or polishing mine. So the Super Tech valve train, dual springs, retainer upgrade, and the Inconel exhaust valves cost me around $2,000 to do, so about $8,000 total for the engine. Then we've got like the peripherals, the turbos, and all that stuff. So I mean, there's so many good options nowadays, but Garrett seems to be at the top of the list, and of course Garrett is usually one of the most expensive ones, coming in at like $3,000 to $4,000, not even including the back housing. And then last but not least, we've got fueling. So fueling on the S2000s, pretty simple. Just upgrade the fuel lines to a -10, -8. I'm gonna try to stick with just like 2000cc ID injectors and run a radium surge tank, which is going to have the big, triple, either dual or triple Walbro 525 Hellcat fuel pumps. I've calculated a rough estimate of $2,700. So as you guys hopefully saw and heard, we got boost back in their bones, our bare bones Integra. We figured out it had some sort of bolt lodged in the turbine wheel, which is really odd. I don't know how that ended up in there, but turbo's fine, everything's fine, car's ripping again. But so there's still a bunch of stuff that I didn't really throw into the total of the video. Things like the turbo manifold, the turbo kit rather, if you plan on buying a kit and not building one yourself. That stuff is gonna cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 depending on what kind of kit you go with. You obviously want to go with a quality kit if you're gonna be pushing for 1000 horsepower. But so there's the kit, and then you're gonna need your ECU, and again, this is all dependent on what you want. I went with the old school AEM EMS version 2 just because that was available in my price range at the time, and it's done me well so far. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and just calculate the turbo kit and ECU as rough, we'll say $6,000, which will in total bring the total cost to do this to approximately, again, this is just kind of rounding out, but it'll bring it to approximately $37,000 for my specific car in total, not including the price of the car itself. So that's quite a steep number. If you include the price of the car itself, which was $13,000 back in 2019, we're looking at $50,000 total. Quite an expensive car, but for 50 grand, I mean, what else can you buy that's got this kind of power? Well, not this kind of power, but you know what I mean. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.